When your wife says she's just meeting an old friend, you never imagine she'll return smelling like another man's cologne. But that night, she did. I was sitting on the couch, the TV flickering softly, not to watch, just to feel the silence that had been stretching between us for months. Earlier that evening, Emily's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, smiled faintly, and said she was going to grab coffee with Ryan. Just a quick catch-up. Nothing major. Ryan, a name I hadn't heard in years. Her old college friend, the one she used to talk about with a mix of nostalgia and warmth. Back then, I didn't think twice. Everyone has old friends, people who remind them who they used to be. But lately, something had shifted. The way she smiled at her phone, the way she started dressing up again, even for short errands. It stirred something uneasy deep inside me. That night, she came home past midnight, her lipstick smudged, her hair undone in a way that didn't look accidental. I didn't say a word, just watched her as she slipped off her heels, eyes fixed on the floor. "You're still up?" she asked softly. "Couldn't sleep," I replied. "How was the coffee?" There was a pause, long enough for her to swallow hard before answering. "It was fine," she murmured. "We just talked." Her tone cracked slightly. She didn't sound guilty, but she didn't sound truthful either. The next morning, I couldn't shake it. The scent of her perfume lingered, faintly blended with something foreign. Cologne, aftershave, maybe. It clung to her coat, sharp enough to twist something inside my chest. When she left for work, I sat at the kitchen table, staring at my phone. My hand hovered over her social media, her messages, her photos. I'd never been that guy, the jealous husband searching for ghosts in his wife's phone. But I wasn't jealous. I was desperate. When I finally opened her messages, there wasn't much there. Most of the recent ones were gone. Deleted, except one. A text from Ryan, sent the night before. "Everything about you. Can't stop thinking about you." And her reply, set minutes before she came home. I know. I shouldn't have stayed that long. I stared until the words blurred. My hands trembled, my heart pounding like it was trying to break free. I didn't confront her right away. I wanted to give her a chance, to see if she'd tell me herself. Maybe, deep down, I was still hoping she would. That evening, I sent a message. "Hey, where are you?" She replied quickly, "Just leaving work." "Why? You sure?" I typed, "Because you said that yesterday, too." No answer. The 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Then finally, "I'm at Ryan's place. But it's not what you think." My chest caved in. She'd said it, admitted it. I stared at the message, numb. "Then what is it?" I typed slowly. "He's going through a lot," she replied. "I was just helping him. He needed someone to talk to." My pulse roared in my ears. "You helped him?" "At his house. Until after midnight." No reply. I typed one last message. "Did you sleep with him?" The silence that followed was its own confession. When she came home that night, I was sitting in the dark again. Same spot, same heavy air. "Daniel," she began, setting her purse down. "Please, can we talk?" I didn't answer. I just turned my phone toward her. The messages glowed on the screen, between us. Her eyes filled instantly. "It wasn't planned," she whispered. "I swear it wasn't supposed to happen." I closed my eyes. "So it did happen." Tears spilled down her cheeks. "It was a mistake. I didn't mean to. I just felt so lost. You've been distant. And he... Don't." My voice cracked. "Don't you dare make this about me." She broke down, hand covering her mouth. The guilt was written all over her face. But it didn't matter. The damage was done. "I'm sorry," she said through sobs. "It was only once. It meant nothing." "That's the worst part," I said quietly. "You threw away everything that did mean something for something that didn't." That night, she begged me not to leave. Promised she'd do anything, so we could fix it. But trust doesn't repair itself once it's shattered. It just becomes a memory of what used to hold. When she finally cried herself to sleep on the couch, I packed a small bag, a few clothes, my keys, my charger. Before walking out, I looked at her one last time. The woman I once imagined growing old with. Now just someone who broke her word. I didn't yell. I didn't slam the door. I just left quietly, like a ghost walking out his own life. 2 days passed. Dozens of messages came in, calls I ignored. Then one that made me stop. I wish I could take it all back. Please, can we talk? Just once. I stare at the screen, thumb hovering, then type my reply. You already said everything you needed to, Emily. I just finally heard what you meant. And that was it. No second chances. No long goodbyes. Weeks went by. The silence in the house changed. No longer painful, just peaceful. I started walking at night again, sitting by the lake near my new apartment, thinking about how love can twist into something unrecognizable when lies take root. Sometimes I replayed our early years, the laughter, the road trips, the way she'd reach my hand for no reason. I wasn't angry anymore, just tired. Betrayal doesn't just break your heart. It reshapes you. It teaches you that even the one who swore they'd never hurt you is still capable of doing it. Months later, she sent one final message. I'm sorry, Daniel. I never stopped loving you. I read it once, then deleted it. Because love without honesty isn't love. It's comfort dressed up as affection. And I was done confusing the two. Sometimes I still think about that night. The mix of her perfume and his cologne. The look in her eyes when she realized I knew. It doesn't hurt anymore. Not the way it did. Now it just reminds me how fragile trust really is. And how strength isn't in forgiving the person who betrayed you. It's in walking away before they do it again. A friend asked me recently if I'd ever take her back. I laughed softly and said, no, I already took her word once. And that was enough, because in the end, it wasn't the act that destroyed me. It was the moment she stopped being honest. The moment she let someone else hold what was mine to trust. And once that happens, there's no going back, only forward.